Hello, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a really easy card. What you're going to need is a card base that is 4¼ by 5½. You're going to need a mat that is a 4¼ by 5½. This is also going to double as our panel because we're going to actually put our pieces on here first before we put it on here. Okay, and then you're going to need 2 strips of paper. They can be double-sided if you want. In this case, I'm just going to use these colors, but you can use double-sided so you can have 4 colors on your card instead of just the 2. And these are 1¾ or 1¾ by, now I have 5 because these are scraps I'm using, 5 inches. A lot of people are going to cut this from their 6x6 paper packs. So if you cut it 1¾ by 6 inches, that would work too. Just try not to go much lower than 5 inches because we are going to cut the ends off. So we need enough to go across the card. Okay, hope that made sense. And we're also going to need 4 1/8 inch strips of just plain white cardstock. Okay, and of course the sentiment. Okay, so I'm just going to move this out of the way. All right, so we're going to take these 2 pieces here, and I'm going to grab my trimmer. I don't know why I didn't have it on my table. That's kind of crazy, but all right, so we're going to take these 2 pieces, and you can put them together, or you can just do them one at a time. I prefer to do them together, but if you don't, I can show you twice what to do. So we're going to go from the top right corner, cut down to the bottom left corner. Okay, so we're just going to line it up. So line up the corner in your little cutting guide there, and then just move your paper so it's in the bottom as well. And if you need to readjust a little, go right ahead. Put that down. Now I'm just going to lift my blade up a little bit here and move my guard, sorry, and lift up my blade. Move my blade. Okay, never mind. Because sometimes when you start at the corners, it'll bunch up underneath your cutting blade. So we start in the middle and then we go both ways and we can cut it. Okay, so I'm going to do that again with this one. We put it in the the corner right in the where the blade's going to slice through and line those both up. And I can see them a little bit out there, and I can't really see up there, hoping for the best. Okay, so lift my blade up again, push down this way and that way. Okay, so now we have 4. Put this out of the way. Next, we're going to need our black cardstock, and we are going to line these up across our card like this. There we go. Like this. So we have 4. Now, don't you wish you were able to mat these? Like that would be kind of a pain to mat each individual one, right? So we're going to lay it down on this black cardstock, and I'm going to show you a trick for giving them their own mats. Oops. I'm just watching. I'm looking at my little dots here to line up. You can also look at your the side here where like it's a straight cut. So if you see that it's, tilted a bit or whatever, you can move it back. So we're going to do that to all 4 of these pieces, just so they're, pretty much roughly, I guess, the same distance between each. Okay. And then we're just going to glue them down. I'm just going to put this last one down, just making sure that I kind of have it, even a bit. I know they're not, but that's me. Okay, so my first one I stuck down, it stuck to the paper here. So watch, you don't always go to the end. Okay, let's cut the ends off here. All right, there we go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I did flub up a little bit on the strips. You need 5 of these 1/8 inch strips, not 4. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put one in each of these black areas. And what that's going to do is going to look like you matted black cardstock on the back of every piece of every one of these triangle pieces, 4-sided triangles. Okay, so I'm just going to glue them all down. I'll just put the glue right on there. Just a thin little strip should do it. And then just line it up right in the center of that black area. All right, that one. So I didn't leave I kind of was crooked with my black at the top there. But it's okay, nobody will really notice, I promise you. All right, let's snip these off so it's not going to look like a hot mess anymore. All right, just move that out of the way. Look at that. Now, how cool is that? It totally changes that card. All right, so I'm going to put a sentiment on here. Now, I'm thinking this is for a guy because it looks kind of cool. And I'm not going to do it crazy. I'm just going to put happy birthday on here, just like that. Now, if you wanted to put, I don't know, maybe cut out trucks or or maybe golf clubs or something, or you know, if you have an embellishment that you think would go with your card like this, by all means add it on. Put it, if you want to, just put it right beside here, right? It would look nice. Anyways, I'm just standing here blabbering along, so I'm just going to glue this down. I'm not popping it up. I'm not going to put it on a mat or anything. I'm just leaving it fairly simple. Guys like things simple, or at least I know my husband does. All right, let's put this on a card base. I'm back and forth with my Barely Arts glue, which I really love, and my tape here. It's a lot of times it depends on how thick the pattern paper is that I'm using. Okay, and this is going to cover the card completely. All right. How about that? Doesn't that look really sweet? I'm going to get my hands out of the way because it is putting a shadow on my cards. We don't need my light remote either. Okay, I'm going to show you another card I did like that, but it's not a male card. It is a ladies card. And this one is not on a card base because I didn't think I had any, but it looks like I do have one. So this one can go on the card base too. That's going to look like that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I wasn't going to put these on a card, this one on a card base, because I was going to tell you a little story about it. If you make a card, for example, like this, and you want to give it to somebody, and you still have leftover scraps, make another card. And this will be your template. So down the road, you're going to give this one away. Now you don't have another one. But if you keep one, don't put it on a card base. And then you can just file it in a container. And then you don't have any mojo, just go through and you think, oh, look at this card. I think I might make this again. Different papers make it look totally different, doesn't it? So that's what my suggestion is. And I think I'm going to start doing that as well, because on my sketch ones, I put a check mark on them every time I make one. So yeah, but I think I would like this better because then I can see exactly what it's going to look like and I can envision it with different papers. So I guess you could just take a picture too, but I find this might be a little bit easier to grab. Alrighty, I'm stop babbling right now. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you like this video. Don't forget to check out my Facebook and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.